Welcome on back to exciting action. We are still mid-team fight, but it looks like both teams have just got 50%. That fight is going to be cleaned up by UCLA, but Overwatch is going to be coming into the back line. Oh my goodness, Matrix is going to be destroyed by that UCLA. They're trying to just hold on to play for 6, but we're going to have to send it right back out. And looks like reset as Overwatch.
That was a good stall overall. I mean, Doomfist, he's doing what he can to stay alive. Berkeley playing Doomfist, I think it's pretty interesting overall, having Sojourn and Genji. You have to fit into a hard dive, you have a bit of both, a bit of poke, a bit of options for a hard commit if you need to do that. I personally like UCLA's comp more. I think if you're going to have someone come on the flank and bothering you a lot, Tracer's great to be self-serviceable and annoying. But we're watching Sigma posture up here. I think we're about to see effective.
Yeah, Overwatch 2 is going to die right onto the back line. The Nano coming through as well, but that rock to the face is going to shut it down. The reflected overclock shuts down Courier from making any more value. And right here, Amon dancing around, trying to break over. As Matrix, but not. He's going to get knocked out by the rock. And now Dark Hero with the nade to finish off Lime. Looks like the point will flip back to Berkeley, but a lot was used to try and maintain that space UCLA had. They did burn overclock. They're going to have to jump back into this fight with a pulse bomb from Theodore.
Yeah, I mean, the Brig rally here is going to be really big for Berkeley. They're one-fight territory, and I think rally is a huge team fight winning ultimately. And if they don't get prepared here, you can see a bash gun combo with all the dodge.
Rally Smoke is going to try to hold the choke, keeping up Overwatch 2. Amon jumps on in. Looks like he's just stalling out a lot of focus right here and just keeping this choke point congested. They are going to have to start touching here. 98% in counting. We do have a touch from the side of UCLA, but no one is maintaining it. Now we got 2 people off the side. Ooh, that is going to be a meteor strike, but support is going to be dealing with this backline overclock. Ooh, is going to be finding it onto Theodore, but not before Light shuts it back down. Amon 22 HP, not going to be able to survive, and we are going to see UCLA retaking that from what looked like a losing position.
Yeah, I think Genji really wanted to farm the blade there, but just going to get there quite in time. Honestly, Nano Blade is like a huge combo. Everyone knows about the prolific Nano Blade, but I'm personally not a fan.
Really?
I think in this meta, a lot of supports have like really strong solo ult capabilities to win fights. So if you're using 2 every fight to win, and God forbid, something goes wrong, if you are playing against a Brig or something, a handy bash or an honor sleep could shut it down.
Yeah.
So if you have a really good Genji player, great. But I feel like you are putting a lot of eggs in that basket. And in this case, they were really banking on getting Nano Blade for the very last fight, and they were like hinging on like 80, 90.
It feels very like forced in a way, right? We're going to be jumping on into this next map, but I agree with what you're saying. If you're forcing every fight to be won by the Nano Blade, you're opening us up to a lot more opportunities to the enemy team to find more
telegraphed, Like,
exactly. Like, all right, Genji has Blade. They're not popping it yet. We're waiting for the Nano to come through. Seeing some compositional changes. The line is going to be on.
Wait for it.
Winston Overwatch. This like a hard dive from UCLA. I like the Winston pick, but not into Doom, so I'm kind of curious as to what they're doing.
It looks like more of a comfort thing over anything else right now. Looks like UCLA just you want to live. You want to stay alive against this Doomfist, whereas UCLA is going to be able to pick up that first kill at the tempo on the point. Theodore's essentially going uncontested right here. The Sojourn is trying their best to shut them down, but not as much as Overwatch 2 is going to be shut down. And now UCLA coming out with 4 kills to start us off.
Can I just say Overwatch 2 is like the greatest name?
It's
it's pretty on the nose, but I mean
I can't mentally say OW2. It's too much like
it could be OW2.
Outwo.
Like we need confirmation from the man himself. But until then, let's watch Courier work here, build up that rail. Oh, getting jumped on.
And that Doomfist is going to be shoving him off the high ground. It looks like they're going to try and force this engage forward here. A really nice charge pitch, but the Sojourn for Berkeley will shut down Theodore, and that's a little less firepower. As to continue the aggression, though, Courier shut almost down to 0 HP, but is kept alive by those supports. And now we can see the nade coming on through. Courier still looking for a little bit of value, trying to build up the overclock while the rest of the Meteor Strike is going to shut that down. How2 picks up 3 with the final punch onto Arcane, and now Berkeley is going to be in charge of the point.
Yeah, we saw there Berkeley just slowly crawl their way up high ground, clearing everything as they could. I think Overwatch 2 was doing a very good job systematically taking space before hitting a
Right.
hard commit. So
It's a little bit different from the full-on dive. It's a very methodical sort of like taking of space that is not just dive backline and cause chaos, which I really, really like. And it seems like UCLA kind of want to do the same thing, but instead Out2 just gets 3 in the hallway for free, and now we are going to see Primal pop just to make a little bit of space for UCLA, but they are going to be down 3 people for the next couple seconds.
yeah, I mean, using the nano there in Doofus is a great option. I don't think there's probably a better candidate on this team looking at what Berkeley is doing, but there's a lot of commits.
EMP, this is still a fight, I guess, but Berkeley are still in control of the point. They are going to be down the tank.
Looking for it.
Oh my goodness. Oh, is going to get the railgun to the face. Light picks back up the kill onto Sombra, and now we're seeing a brick battle to the death. But there's going to be a little bit of intervention from Courier to make sure the favor stays in UCLA's side.
Honestly, Courier's doing really well. Like, I think if memory serves me right, he was the tank player of this team, at least last year. I wasn't expecting to see him on the Sojourn, but he's putting in a lot of work.
He got tired of just sitting on the sides. Yeah, I want to do all the playmaking.
That's real. That's real.
Theodore is going to eat a couple shots at blast. He's jumping away. We do have Pulse Bomb and Rally for UCLA on this retake, but that sleep is devastating. We're not going to see the finisher from Courier. Instead, we're going to see a Rally. And now the Sojourn for Berkeley is going to be trying to poke down, but that Rally is going to do a little too much. Brick does not allow you to have fun when they are on the Rally. And now UCLA, 80%. This next team fight is going to be a bit of a tough one from Berkeley. No real ults built up just yet.
Yeah, Academy last fight popped his railgun ult, and he was only 1 second away from sliding away from danger. I think he could have flipped it very well if he had played that space a little bit better, but I think they over-aggressed and were itching to win the fight, but now time's not really on their side anymore.
Yeah, 95%. Courier did take some damage, and now we have Amon sneaking into the back line with Out2. They do have Meteor Strike, so they can go a little bit deeper. Lime is not going to be the one that wants to contest him. You have these people on the high ground, though. Courier is going to be the first one to face the slam. 88 HP is all that he needs to press Q and jump on out, but we still need to contest the point. Lime goes to the back line, eats a purple, and now they're going to be chunked out. No shield, no cooldowns for a couple more seconds. They're going to be able to jump out, and that's enough time for Out2 to get shut down by Theodore. The Sojourn for Cal Berkeley is going to take out Lime as well. Now Theodore picks up 2, and it looks like Amon 33 HP. He's trying to build the EMP, but that's not enough, and UCLA are going to shut down Busan.
Damn. I mean, if I was Overwatch 2 there, I'd be a little upset. I felt like I was on the high ground and I saw 5 people march up to me.
He did everything right, yeah.
Yeah, I'd be like, look at my guys,
Look at it.
where are you? I was here.
This is my game.
My arms are
I'm
up.
Overwatch
I'm
2.
blocking what I can.
This is my play of the game.
You guys should have all the space. You should have corralled them by now. They're all right in front of me.
But this was a very, very nice play where everyone stood in the hallway purpled so that he could get this big nano. Unfortunately, was not able to convert that into a full-on map win. So we are going to be jumping into hybrid next. What kind of compositional changes will you see? We saw a lot of Doomfist from the side of Berkeley.
We saw Winston.
We saw some Winston, yeah. So a lot of it, not necessarily full-on dive, right? It's like this sort of like Sojourn, staying in the backline, building an overclock, and then we try to dive in with the railgun and all that stuff. Do you expect to see more of the same for hybrid here?
I think the dive lends itself more to that particular map. Obviously, we'll have to see what teams will play on Escort, depending on the map.
Yeah.
On maps where the high ground's prevalent, as you know, like Winston and Doofus, they do really great. But losing that dive mirror there, as UCLA, I don't know if I'm super comfortable picking a map like Numbani. Maybe we take it to Brawltown, everyone's favorite, Kings Row. I guess maybe except for us. We're not as big fans here at UCI of Kings Row, but a lot of people do. And I would to say, if you're like not super competent on the meta kind of poke comp with Sigma, even though he does work there, a lot of these tight corridors are really great if you're wanting to play like Junker Queen,
right?
Like some one-trick teams do, or Reinhardt, like London Spitfire or what have you. So I guess it's up to them to decide.
Right. So there's a lot of like creativity open to these teams.
Yeah,
We're not going to be
pretty
forced
flexible
into anything.
meta overall.
That's good.
I'd say. Yeah. In my opinion, if I was Berkeley right now, I would feel like, hey, Doomfist, not the play. Maybe not today. Like I think he himself is doing just fine, but his plays not lending itself to his team. I think they aren't familiar with how to play with Doom. You have to be pretty coordinated. It has to be really tight engages. And Doom is, despite his stature, isn't actually all that tanky if you're not careful. The E is pretty one-dimensional. You pop it, you're standing there.
If you don't have it up, you're gone.
It's not like a risk
even though you're up
you
there. Yeah, you could still get purple, there's tons of ways to counter.
Yeah. Oftentimes, I think good Doomfists will still try to position themselves where they can like E at a corner, but duck away if they need to, hoping to get the punch, or using E just to buy enough time, but not using the whole duration. For the rest of the cooldowns to come up, and then you can like get yourself out of there, slam away.
Well, your initial call was accurate on map. We are going to be going over to Midtown.
Ooh.
So, what are your thoughts on this map here? What
We're
are
going to see two teams play Sigma.
Yeah,
we're going to
that's
see
what I'm
Lari, we're
thinking
going to see
too.
BAP, I think. I would not be surprised to see Symmetra, Bastion, or May. We did watch the World Cup, and that was really popular.
Everyone's favorite comp to watch, you know? Everyone press shift.
I mean, as an Alari
click.
player, I like it. I think like as a spoiled support player, yes, we are spoiled. I'll just say it right here and there. But yeah, like getting some variety would be nice for the viewers to watch. And as support players who don't normally get a lot of the, I guess, the camera time or the spotlight, this is one of the few comps where they do stand out and kind of lead the charge and the scoreboard.
Okay, so we're going to be jumping on Hain. That is going to be... Which side starts attacking for the blue one, right? Bro, I don't...
blue is defense, red
blue
is attack.
Defense, right? Yeah.
So I'm anticipating Sig. Yeah, instant lock Sig on both sides.
So if we are going to be seeing the mirror Sig, we can take a little bit of a look on the support backline.
Ash Hanzo is pretty interesting to me. I don't think Ash has been a very popular pick comparatively to Bastion and May. Everyone's playing Sojourn nowadays.
Right.
But I think Ash without the Mercy Pocket is a little brave.
Might be just a comfort thing. Maybe they are going to be playing just, you know, sitting in the back, trying to build up Bob with the dynamite and hoping it works out. Sigma is a pretty big guy. It's pretty easy to hit those on him.
No, I think that's fair. I mean, I would say Sig, he can't eat a lot of these. He can block the dynamite with the shield as well. So I anticipate Ash is going to be looking for off angles more so than anything instead of playing front up.
Okay. We are going to see the Tracers start. Theodore once again on the pick.
Oh, what?
Okay.
Where did that come from?
Just got random Hanzo arrowed like it's solo queue, but that is going to be a little bit of tempo we have in favor of Berkeley. Sigma versus Sigma. We just see spam going back and forth.
Yeah.
The rock is going to bring live
past.
very low.
Amon putting up the numbers. 2 kills already off the board.
Yeah, that's actually pretty detrimental with Stagger. You don't want to be seeing that right after waiting for Courier to come back online, but we will respect it. UCLA will be coming on back up, and it's just a fight for this short little high ground.
Yeah, a little bit of posturing, playing a soft neutral. We're talking a lot about the Ash, but I don't really think this is like an effective range for her overall. At this point, I feel like you might as well play playing Widow. But, you know, we'll see. Maybe she's looking for a huge dynamite here or bump.
Yeah, UCLA are going to start forcing their way through the choke point. That dynamite is going to connect, and now Amon on this little off angle. I actually really like it here. Very good opportunities to find that pick onto Courier, but right now it's the 2 Sigmas going back and forth trying to break this shield. Rock is going to take off the shields from Overwatch 2, and now we're going to see the opening for UCLA as they try to march on forward. We see these 2 little sub-units right here. Ilari in the top left acting like a DPS, and then the people in the train trying to keep on forcing this high ground advantage. But Berkeley is trying to teeter on and hold on to the high ground, but they're going to get cleared out, and now Courier and the rest of UCLA are going to be sitting pretty on the point. They're going to be, I would say they cap this fully on.
Yeah, it's so hard to walk into the Sigma after they have space like that, and all your hits get right beside
And
him.
he just tried to, you
can't.
can't.
There's not much you can do about that. I think Courier going to mop up the rest here, charge his beam. Let's see how much space they take early. I would really like to see getting Hanzo and Ash set up quickly before they kind of set up on the little top board.
Yeah, Courier already taking this high ground.
He wants it.
I know he wants to slide on forward. He's trying to build up that overclock, but it's going to be Lime pressing the charge first and foremost. They do have Gravitic Flux ready to go, but on this side, Runier Kedavi and Sigma are going to be jumping on forward. This rock is not going to connect. Instead, Gravitic Flux is going to be jumping on, but that Ilari doing a very good job right-clicking and keeping Altu alive. And now they are going to just be happy with what they've taken. Looks like they're going to poke back and forth, and the fight is slowly going to just chill.
Yeah, trying to march through that door with Sigma.
Oh, never mind. We got the reverse Gravitic Flux coming on through. The Vent Matrix is going to keep everyone up, but that is not going to be enough. Xerxes drops on down. Altu hitting a little bit of the reach around, flanks onto Lime and breaks him down. And now Berkeley are going to retake this high ground.
Poor Theodore is never in range to really do anything he wants. I feel like the Ash, the Bob here is going to be the make or break play, but if this doesn't go over, he might want to switch. I'm looking at Ash on this high ground, and that is like, what, 41 meters given the ping? That's not
What?
all.
The ping does tell you the distance.
The ping will tell you. The ping will tell you. I think a lot of people don't actually know that. It's a little pro tip. I try to walk up to the 30 meters where it's going to get my head blown off doing that.
Guy wants to be a coach even on air. That was a beautiful headshot. Gonna knock Courier. Gonna get some heals before he pops the overclock. It looks like Courier really wants to find value. That's why he keeps poking on forward, but gets shut down every time. And now we got 3 ults on the side of UCLA. They really want to start things off, but it's just back and forth, breaking the deployables. Everyone's favorite part of the game.
Yeah, slow neutral these folks on back and forth, taking an inch at a time, looking for a pick. Sigma playing down here, stopping the card is the opportunity, I think, for UCLA to get on high ground.
Oh my
big
goodness!
dynamite.
Arcane fire rained down from above, and the overclock as well shuts down the Ash of Berkeley, but not before the dynamite burns away Arcane. And now we already see Sigma for the side of Berkeley trying to push into the side room and dislodge UCLA from the high ground. Lime forced to fight for their life. They are going to be able to sustain, and it's just poked back and forth. Looks like they're going to chill out for a little while.
Yeah, I mean, slow and steady. Ash is a brimstone from the last fight with the captive sun and all of the fire, but this window's going to be pretty effective here. Sigma's in a bad position behind Cart. He's getting spammed out. The Immor's not touching anyone, but Cart's not getting capped.
And a Courier down.
Left, right, and center. Courier killing 3, maybe 4 there.
Yeah, and that's kind of what you play Baptiste for. Amon's going to run away on the 10 HP and not give away any more free picks. But yeah, this is what's so, I guess, devastating about this backline duo. You get so much impact from both.
Oh, the Widow!
Good night.
Ketamine said, okay, I had enough of Ash. You know, Bob did his thing. Bob did something, and now I'm fine to go to the actual real character and play these really long ranges. Oh, okay, another one.
They are good for 2, and right now UCLA at a very disadvantageous state. They are just going to give the point and have to start S-keying, giving Ketamine time to stand up and get a really nice advantageous position here. They're going to be poking at their spawn for a second here. Oh,
watching this, he's going to be just nailing anyone scared enough to walk through before the Sig leaves. Let's see if anyone lacks the discipline.
You see, this is what makes me feel better about dying in rank, because if these players are also dying peeking the Widow, then it's okay that I died 3 times peeking Widow.
Yeah, you know Lime's like, all right guys, let's walk this way. And then,
okay, we are dying peeking the Widow here. Theodore actually taking up the Ash mantle, but not a whole lot of value. And I want to go back to talking about the reason why it feels so, I guess, impactful to have these 2 supports is that they're doing so much poke damage that you can have someone like Ketamine on the sideline with the Widow looking for these picks and not worry about consistently just pumping out DPS. Yeah, right here, the Gravitic blocks is going to come through. Lime doing a bit of shimmy work, trying to hit smoke wall. Also the Gravitic. Oh, he whiffed the ult on the ceiling.
Hit the ceiling.
That's crazy.
I feel bad for the poor architects in New York. They're going to have to clean that up. But
Visor up in the high ground, going to get shut down. That kid's from 2016 does not get enough value right now. And now Lime and Ao2 both putting up the shields, trying to find a little bit more room. But it looks like the fights are going to just slowly try to reset. Ilari Smoke is going to be able to shift on away. And both teams slowly start to recover.
Yeah, I think support cooldowns are down right now. The pylon's not here. Courier's got the flank he's looking for. Oh, his head blown off again. Ketamine is putting on an absolute clinic on this hero.
Yeah, they are finding a whole lot of value. And Lime is trying to force themselves on up. They're trying to force the rest of the backline to back up. Smoke gets Ilari diffed by Arcane, who is playing super, super aggressive, trying to put a little more pressure. Lime punches out Ao2. And now it's looking like UCLA is retaking the tempo. Amon gets dropped off the face of the earth by Theodore. And looking at the ults coming back, Berkeley will have the window, which could be a very, very big value, especially as we round this corner. But UCLA, they also have the window as well. They can do the exact same thing. And now the win make drops. We are going to be seeing the action shot, all 4 players. And now Amon actually switches on over to the Mei. Try and find a little more value and to stay alive. Smoke and the rest of Berkeley did not get enough off the window. They are going to have to just take this fight through raw cooldowns. We are going to see Ilari, ready to come down. Lime drops to Gravitic Flux, not able to pick anyone off quite yet. Ilari finds the sun and is able to hit UCLA's backline. Right here, we are looking to see which support is going to drop off first. Smoke getting a lot of value off of this pylon in the backline alongside with me. And now Altu and Lime are both just going to do Sigma things, but Ketamine finds a pick onto Xerxes and Courier. Now it's a 5v3. Lime is not going to have enough support to stay alive. They're just trying to trade 1-for-1. It's not going to happen. Aman and Darkru are going to be able to pick up the rest of UCLA, and I actually can't see what time they have left. Okay, they're done.
No, the clock says run.
The clock is there.
Man, if I was Lime there, sitting behind that cart, I'd be so frustrated to see these two supports behind that wall just pinned down, but not able to get an angle from the DPS to finish them off.
Supports are spoiled for a reason. I mean, Ilari and Baptiste get so much healing. They get so much value.
That
just being able to poke. The pylon itself, you just set it, and as long as you get roughly in the right spot, make it an off angle that's hard to shoot, you get just innate value. And I feel that's partially why it feels so frustrating to play against. That's why you mirror it.
Yeah, well, UCLA unable to finish, I think, is really bad here. Midtown is, obviously we're playing first to 2. They need to clutch this out, and not finishing map is oftentimes a death wish. But we'll see just how staunch of a defense they can create. I think this comp, barely any changes, but Berkeley seems to like the Soldier Widow start here on attack.
Okay.
I'm a fan.
Me personally, I say when you're feeling it on these characters that are very like double-edged sword, right? When they're popping off, it's such an insane value, but if they're doing bad, they are sandbagging. If you got Widow that has hands right now, just play them.
I mean, range advantage is massively in Ketamine's favor, and he's absolutely popping heads on the defense. And now we have the Soldier here, who doesn't honestly even need to play front to back.
Right.
Soldier's got the legs. He's sprinting in the back line. This 60-year-old man
That's his
with a
ability
rifle.
for a reason, right?
He'll be fast on you if you're not careful, but the supports can do a lot of damage on the front line themselves in this meta. I think this frees them up to take a lot of angles on the D.
We are going to see posturing on. Ketamine is right at the front line, trying to find a pick onto Theodore. They're feeling very comfortable.
Left here, looking right there.
Yeah, he's jumping on forward.
Prowling around. Spider-Man, what do you got?
Oh, is able to finally
Maybe
finish
2?
off. Arcane almost hits the headshot onto Xerxes, but that's enough to give the momentum in favor of Berkeley. They're going to take the side room. They're going to be able to have that high ground advantage they choose. And already, UCLA is just saying, you know what? It's not worth it. We will let them take a couple of ticks, and we will try to re-aggress one for backup.
Yeah, I like this, holding this choke, aggressing slowly, pushing them out with pressure. But UCLA sliding through this little corridor. They should be careful. Get a big rock here. Oh, he missed a sig.
Looks like the self-defense matrix is going to be
stuck.
up.
You are stuck in a little room.
This is a very, very dangerous hallway to be sitting in. All that splash damage, hit a rock to the face out too, and now he's going to be jumping a little more aggressive. Aman already just takes advantage of the side route, finds a flank, finds the damage, and now Berkeley are on top. Going to be taking on top of this high ground.
Yeah, the Imperial March coming in from Berkeley, taking this high ground like nobody's business. If Soldier gets set up here, this would be big for Berkeley. Nobody can attack.
But what about UCLA's side? You're going to be seeing the Widow Mirror, but Aman shuts down Xerxes. And right now, I think it's just more S-keying. UCLA doesn't really want to continue this fight, so they are going to be jumping on back. Looks like Darkro putting in the work. Right on the front lines as a Baptiste, getting the heals down, making sure everyone's healthy, and Ketamine is going to be trying to find his pick on the feet.
Oh, the massive flick from Ketamine! He said Widow Def in chat.
There's a voice line that Widow says whenever she has walls. 15 okay, never mind. Courier said, I'm going to shut it down with a railgun of my own. Now the Gravitic Flux from UCLA is going to bring Darker and the rest of the back line towards Cal Berkeley. A little bit low. Altudo shuts down Lime. And right here, we can see just a tug of war back and forth. But UCLA does not have the staying power when their Sigma is down. And now it's just cleanup.
I think it's so funny when Sig's floating around and Bap's trying to heal him. He's like, can you stop moving? He's like a spaceship.
Give me like
Star
3
Wars.
seconds to click the right click key, man.
I love watching these Baptistes on both teams play because I think distinctively their styles are a little bit different. I think Xerxes is jumping around a lot, looking for angles, squeezing every single bit of damage he can out, but in a Widow's face, it's very brave. Whereas Kurro's playing further back, healing his team, staying with Ilari and Widow as much as he can.
Headshot on Arcane before he gets shut back down, and now the Smoke is going to try and find a little bit of value. Got to bust down this Matrix, but
Nice.
that is going to eventually get popped down. O2 is going to get dangerously low with the firepower from Amon coming from spawn. Not quite enough to keep us going, and Berkeley is just stuck with Smoke, trying to hit the 1v2 with their live DPS for a reason. Is able to pick up the kill on the Theodore, who has to swap 3 times in this matchup here. Dancing back and forth, Courier. Where's the happy beat? He's trying to shut it down, but that's a long enough stall. The cavalry is coming, and now Berkeley want to keep the aggression. Go, never mind, I'm gonna shift away. I saw the Matrix go down. I was like, all right, we're running it.
See if I can only hold
We got a
so
ball,
long.
actually. Ao2 is gonna keep on trying to keep the aggression going. 2 meters is all it takes, but I think we're gonna simmer down. The pulse bomb is not gonna find value, and Ao2 is gonna jump onto a tracer with a pylon. They're not gonna have it.
Yeah, I mean, with 2 minutes on the clock, I don't think you have to switch, but he's rolling back here, a little bit of poke, doing his thing. Oh, Ketamine took that opportunity to blow off the head, and now maybe we'll see a fight break out.
Yeah, Theodore's doing a very good job making sure Ketamine doesn't get this for free.
my
Arcade
God.
1v2. He is comfortable in these close quarters. No scope, quick scope matchup. Lime is going to eat the hack now.
Completely
Amon's on the
uncontested.
Sombra. They are not going to have enough help, not enough shields built up, and now it's just clean up. Berkeley is going to slide forward. Courier looking for the playmaker, but shut down by Kerr on the Baptiste. This Theodore, though, he is constantly trying to find value, making sure Widow does not get any quiet moment to find a shot.
I mean, I know my favorite player on Berkeley. He picked me the hero I wanted to see. He's putting on such a show for us, killing everyone left, right, and center, and he's being completely undealt with. I think if we're not going to match a sniper here, they might need to switch full dive because Ketamine is absolutely carrying this game.
We are going to be seeing Theodore jump on the Hanzo. The Sonic Arrow is all they
Can he
need.
kill the
Both the
Lari?
Laris are gone. I wish I could say that about the actual game, but now we see Amon jumping on. We have this really volatile kind of dive composition. The mines are ready. Darker already hit the window for Berkeley, and now it's a very, very chaotic fight. Lime is in the thick of things here, tries to hit the rock, and it slams that hamster into the ground, sending him back to Petco, and now we have Gravitic Flux. Jumps on up, Amon gets caught, no cloak, nothing to save him. Courier shuts him down, and now it's a back and forth. Lime has a little bit of shields, a little bit of HP, and we're gonna It had a little bit of a delay, but not too bad. And now Ao2 swinging around. This fight is going to slowly start to clean up, and we see the Widow trying to find a pick, but I don't think we're going to get that much more. Just Hamster going to roll on to their death, and now we're going to wrap it up.
Yeah, I think UCLA there was very content to play a long fight. With the Berkeley's Yari Smoke popping the Captive Sun there. I think that was pretty optimistic. Like UCLA said, hey, you know what? That's a little bright for me. Let me close my eyes, wait around a corner until that runs out, and then we can re-engage here. But that's a
Doom
EMP
is upon us right here. EMP as
go?
well, but Ao is going to be dangerously low. Lime is also going to lose that shield. They're going to have to be a little bit more careful as they try to run on up. Ao is going to be content with that EMP slam, but nothing of value is found from him.
And Courier here, he has the rail on the defense. That's a kill. That's a killer in the right hands. And we have the Dragon, the Rally. So much in UCLA's pocket with just 2 minutes left. And Berkeley empty on tank. So this next fight's going to be a drive.
Yeah, they are going to have to just try and build something up. The question is, will UCLA jump the gun and burn some ults of their own? That's probably the best scenario for Berkeley here. Theodore taking a little bit of poke from both up above and down below. I know he wants to pop that Dragon. Oh! He's just going to pop Amon's head off instead.
That's not what Berkeley wants to see.
Yeah, Berkeley are going to have to jump on into finding Theodore. This is a fight that could go back and forth. Rally's going to get burnt by Arcane, and if even though he drops off here, Berkeley should be pretty happy. They did not burn too much, and they were able to get Rally out, which is a very, very, very nice defensive ult. Is going to be able to sustain them for that long term. No poke is very volatile, and now just chilling.
Yeah. I mean, generally the rule is like the team that uses more ults wins. So 1-0 is fine. I'm sure Berkeley wanted maybe LA to pop a little bit more, but here with that opening pick really set the pace for that.
Exactly.
I love Baptiste here. He's jumping around with this window. I think if he plays this aggressively, he could break this open.
Oh, Flux is going to be just finding the empty Sigmas. That Dragon Strike is not going to get an insane amount of value. The window is dropped for from
1v1
here, and now the 1v1 Courier. A&D back and forth, and we're both going to walk away a little bit unscathed. We could just see Arcane sitting on Courier, making sure they don't get dived. And now Lime walking forward, tries to find the rock onto Amon. He's going to burn the health cooldown, and now Courier almost hits the railgun. It's actually going to be Ketamine the Sojourn to watch, and now a little bit more aggressive pacing here. Smoke finds the pick onto Arcane, and it's going to start falling apart. 15 seconds left, and it's looking like Berkeley's going to shut the lights out. Almost, and he's going to drop onto the ground. Xerxes is no more. And we got 5 seconds left on the cart, and Cal Berkeley are cruising along.
No ults except for the one window from UCLA. This is going to be a big break open here. Ketamine 2 OP needs to find a pick to open this first team.
Orisa is going to be the calling card for UCLA. The Rock connects, and now Courier is shutting people down on the Cassidy. The defense matrix is going down. Now we have 88% on the visor. That is going to be the win condition for Berkeley, it looks like. But so UCLA is shutting down this flank. Can't go forward. The Orisa's on the middle ground. So now we got the aimbot going through. Xerxes drops to the ground, but not before Arcane Emergency Kiriko shuts it down as well. Now 81, 0 HP. Line is going to take it away, and UCLA hits the 2-0.
Yeah, I mean, Soldier there is fighting for his life. He's like, help me, I need this Visor. But his supports were taken out by the time he got in, and from there, it's not like... Visor's one of those ults is kind of funny. It's like, technically, if you have perfect aim, you're losing DPS. So, I mean, he popped it there. There's so many things in his way. It wasn't going to go his way.
He got one, and unfortunately, he needed a lot more than one. But Courier was on fire, getting 3 kills with that overclock there. Some huge stuff.
You know, Berkeley, Ketamine 2 OP, that's an adequate name. I think that guy was just putting in so much work. Honestly, I'm proud. I called it. I said Widow's going to be the game, kind of the win.
Right.
But, you know, one team heard me, the other didn't. I'm going to take credit for the victory here. I think that's deserved for my guest cast first
Right.
time.
Didn't you, when you were playing Collegiate, didn't you lose to Berkeley twice?
Yeah, once was in finals and once was in semis. But, I mean, who's still here?
Exactly. This is like your win, essentially.
I shouldn't have said that. I mean, in any shape or form, we're really excited to see how this bracket pans out now. I mean, every UC team is really competitive. I think in the past, a little bit of esports history here. UCI has been like, quote unquote, you know, the UC Giants and kind of winning everything amongst
Not
the
biased
UCs.
in any way.
No, but last year we did the Invitational. We only walked away with 1 trophy. Overwatch came home to us, but we lost Valorant and League. Coming to Overwatch this year, we'd love to take that back again. But I'm going to get Ketamine. If I was other teams, I'd be kind of scared.
I heard we are going to be going over to... Oh, you can see the brow. Oh, wait, that looks so cool.
Oh, look at that. UCI, round 3.
So, yeah, we are going to be
UCLA.
seeing in the next game on stream, it's going to be the winner of UC Santa Cruz versus UC Davis.
The Slugs. What's Davis' mascot?
What's up?
What's Davis's mascot? Is it a horse?
It's the cow.
It's the cow?
Yeah,
I'm not a fan
because they
of
have cows up
cows.
there.
Not a fan of cows.
You say it to their face, then.
They're a little suspicious of an animal, a little too smart, you know?
What does that even mean?
I don't know. I don't trust them cows out there. Like, what are you doing on the farms, moseying around, understanding human language?
What are you showing
What
us?
is that? What one of our members of staff is showing us a
has their phone
suspicious
out?
image off screen of the mascots.
What is
That,
this?
what is that? What is
Oh, the Davis got a new mascot?
Wait, Davis has a new mascot? Oh, breaking news. Okay, what was it? What animal is it?
A Mustang?
A Mustang?
Oh.
Okay. It's
Okay.
really close to cow still. You know, one of the smart mammals. Don't trust it.
Yeah.
Like, we're the smart
I think
mammals.
the
That's our
production is
niche.
telling us to shut up and go to break soon.
Okay. All right.
I'm going to assume that's what it meant. So thank you guys for joining us for Game 1. We are going to be jumping on into the next game after the bracket of Round 1 finishes up. So until then, see ya. I don't have an exit line anymore. It's been too long.
Check the UCI game next. Coming up. All right, welcome back, everybody. I'm afraid to say, Jamel, we're wrong. Well, not much has changed. We're usually wrong, but in this instance, we're particularly wrong. I think we owe it to the audience for a little explanation. So I think previously we said that we're moving on to our UCI game. That's not true. That's actually
a complete lie.
Roughly at 8 p.m. But we're actually looking at San Diego and Santa Barbara now.
Right.
Yeah.
We are going to be looking at that. We are going to be starting on Busan again, I believe. So we're actually going to jump on into the game right now. The team's supposed to stop talking, stop yapping. We are going to go on a sanctuary.
Look at this. Beautiful.
I didn't realize it looked like this now with the rain.
It's raining? Yeah, they change it every season now, so get them into the seasonal mood.
Oh my goodness, look at that. We're starting with the ball on Santa Barbara.
Oh, I love, I'm a big fan of Wrecking Ball, but, not everyone's like our team good at it. Oh, we jinxed it.
Man.
Jack Felix.
He wasn't feeling the ball, bro.
Well, I mean, not everyone is as professional at Wrecking Ball as we would like. I think Junker Queen is great here, actually. Brawl versus Poke on map 1 Sanctuary.
We are going to be seeing the rollout coming through. Larder and the rest of UCSB are going to be taking the drum room. Looking to try and start off with some Poke back and forth. You can see the Sigma on San Diego is going to be going straight to the point, actually. A lot more solid, surrounded by their friends. And not a whole lot is going to initiate until the point caps open right about now.
Yeah, I think a lot of posturing here. Junker Queen's waiting to shout on in any minute now. The point's about to unlock. Jack Felix, you got to press the button. You got to get in there. But you're rocked. The speed's in.
Oh, Lardo is the one to initiate the team fight already on top of the drum. We see Joe getting shut down by Zinnia. And now it's actually going to be a really quick cleanup by San Diego. A little bit trying to go back and forth to deflect right on into the defense matrix, but he's going to get knocked on out. Santa Barbara take out 5 to start us off with a nice cap in the favor of Santa Barbara.
Yeah, very clean. USC rotated the point clinically, set up all the things they had to. Their Soldier on one flank, Soldier on the other, both supports playing together. Very clinical, and I think Santa Barbara is waiting, trying not to get picked. They played slow and then wanted to touch very last second, but I don't think they could coordinate on their target with that rock on Junker Queen. He stalled them out.
Yeah, we already have Santa Barbara trying to get on into the face. We see the rollout on the right side. Joe picks up a very nice go on to Zinnia, and now San Diego are going to be a bit on the back foot. We already see a little bit of going back. I'm trying to find an ult, but both teams are still just dry fighting right now. Element Beast gets knocked out by the dynamic duo of Junker Queen and Ricky Maru. Frosted picks up off screen. Lego Dude, both Baptiste getting shot out of the fight, and now Frosted's getting a little bit low here. That Lucio's a bit devastating, a punch right to the face. And now San Diego aren't going to have enough staying power to stick around. Santa Barbara are the kings of the hill for the next couple seconds.
Yeah, Xenia, poor guy there, got picked. Last fight came back when his whole team's dead. Knives pulled and dead again.
A classic.
If I was Jack Felix here, I'd be kind of upset. I feel like my mouth is full of rocks. He's been eating gravel for the better part of 2 fights, but they happen to get the point, and he's about to get his Junker out. Maybe he gets to redeem himself with the big fight.
Yeah, we do have San Diego. Gravitic Flux. We are going to have the Baptiste window as well as overclock. We're seeing a lot of old Jack Felix going to try and find some value, but he's going to get shut down. Time for the reckoning, and we have the Matrix. Looks like that beat is going to get dropped as well. 3 ults for Santa Barbara. They're going to find the initial kill. Jack Felix finds it onto the back line. Mine is not going to get theirs. Joe knocks out Frosted, and now very, very costly, though, because Santa Barbara used 3 whole ults. They're only going to have the DPS backline, while San Diego have 3 ults for the retake. Yeah,
this blade for Ricky Maru is going to have to be absolutely massive. He needs to pick the supports instantly in this fight. But between all the damage from Baptiste and Ilari, all their abilities to stay alive in that immortality field, I don't think it's happening.
4 ults for San Diego as it starts to get ready for the... Okay.
Ricky Maru!
He's just going to get dropped on the face of the earth. One of the 2 ults for Santa Barbara. I believe they just S-key. Take it as a lost cause and back on up. But Jack Felix, they're staying around a little bit longer. They're going to have the shout to try and find something onto the back line. But Zinnia pops the ult to take out Lego Dude here. Take out the lamp. Jack Felix, half HP, not enough sustain. No axe on cooldown. And now a little bit of a staggered fight. Ricky Maru is going to join them very, very late, so we're not going to see a retouch.
We saw, it's kind of funny, Jack, after the immortality came out, he shot it and knifed it out of reflex, but it's actually faster to shoot his white stare and break it.
So he's like, oh, nerd.
That's a robot.
He knows the optimal rotation to kill the lamp as Junker Queen. we are going to see Santa Barbara going on through Drum Room, a little bit of a fast start. They only have 2 ults still versus the Graphitic Flux.
I need this Dragon Blade to go big.
Dragon Blade jumps into the sky. First, I must take care of the pylon. No, we're actually going to force him away from it. Nothing is done quite yet. And now Element Beast is able to go band for band, drops Rikimaru with an ult of their own. Mine shuts down Jack Felix, and that goes the front line as Santa Barbara gets routed. Lardle is dancing on point, playing for ticks, and if we could get to 99, that would say is worth, but no one left standing. 90%, but we got 1 fight left, and San Diego, they have an overclock. They almost have the Matrix coming up from Mine as well.
Band for band indeed, bar for bar. That blade was met with everything. The Captain's Son absolutely going crazy. We're looking at Paco here for the Railgun.
Oh, we're right back into the fight, though. That Lucio going to make a lot of speed. Rock does not find enough value. And now Junker Queen rushing onto the point. Knife doesn't get anyone. Overclock, though. But Joe retaliates, shutting down the overclock from Paco. Frosted finds someone. Jack Felix, you're very, very low. No HP, no sustain. And now Frosted is sitting pretty on the point. No overtime. It is just San Diego.
Rikimaru's like, where's my nano?
There is no nano.
That's the only reason my blade didn't work out there.
If my backline just played Ana with the Junker Queen comp, we would have won, bro.
Honestly, yeah. Junker Queen, you don't need Lucio.
When you think about it, Junker Queen is technically could be a dive if they shift into the backline and dive, and then you have that.
You know, they should just pick up Junker Queen and throw her in, and then it's a dive character. Like a
reverse Roadhog. Yeah. Instead of pulling someone closer, you launch someone further.
Yeah, that's the character I need in Overwatch 2.
I can take my tank and throw him in for one.
If my tank can't take space,
you can do that as Lifeweaver. If you flank as Lifeweaver,
yeah,
and pull your tank into the.
I think we're developing meta as we speak, Jamal.
They're not ready for us, but San Diego, will they be ready to close it out, or are we going to go to the map 3? We are on Mecha Base. We see roughly the same exact comp from both Santa Barbara, but the May from San Diego, a little bit of a change-up.
Couple of stars poking here. There, Rikimaru really patient, looking for an opportunity to get back here, jumping around, trying to be annoying, full health.
Joe in the back.
Doing the same.
Doing the Sojourn things.
Yeah, Santa Barbara just playing their time real slow. They
found the pick onto Mine. Paco is able to shut down Rikimaru, and we're at a little bit of a 4v4 stance still, but we are down the heals from the side of San Diego.
Oh, heal your Junker. No way, Jack was just a little too far out. Got blown up there. Joe with this rail needs to make something happen, or else it's
they're done.
Wrap.
SD's going to shove Joe off the map, and that is going to be first cap for San Diego. Rikimaru, you're alive for a very long time.
Yeah, Frosted can take a lot more punishment than Junker Queen can. He has
off the map.
Spin, and then he's got
yo, bro.
You can spins again, and then he just walks on you, and it's pretty impressive. I think Santa Barbara has to play clock very carefully here. If they're shooting Orisa over and over again, they're not using the resources correctly.
Me personally, I don't shoot Orisa. I just shoot the back. Oh,
yeah,
okay, Rikimaru very aggressive into a May with full cooldowns, and the rest of SD squad, they're going to be jumping on back, waiting for cooldowns, and now, let's see, we don't have Shout. We're going to see the window coming from Santa Barbara. The Lego dude looking to come make it big, and now Frosted is in the middle of things as well. 10 HP, he's dropping very, very low, but the backline of Santa Barbara putting in all the work to keep Jack Felix up on top. However, 2 people down for San Diego. Paco finds the kill on the Rikimaru, and that's a 4v3. Joe goes to sleep, and that point is gonna flip into Santa Barbara's favor as we claim there's a blizzard being used.
A flip is a flip, although messy. I think Santa Barbara is begging for their team to come back here. They're happy to stall the clock for a little bit, but I don't think they hold it for very long.
Yeah, Jack's. Oh, we're using Pete to keep the ticks going. That is a lot of HP shredded through.
Every fight's winnable in Overwatch. Maybe not that one.
It's like how every bad driver never misses their exit.
It's not my fault.
It's not my fault.
It's the sign.
I know you're not supposed to 1v5 on point, but when I do it, it's a little bit different, you know?
Yeah, I could have won that. If I was in, I could have won that.
Exactly. After the reset, San Diego is going to have both the B, we're going to have the overclock. SB are going to also have 2 ults of their own as well. That blade has to find some value. They're going to have to find their way through the town barrier.
Pushing through this main choke is going to be difficult. Good, I think they recognize that. They're taking the flank around instead, not fighting. Oh, the dash blocked by the wall. He
wanted the blade right there, but he's not going to find it. Now we're going to see the all-comfort Junker Queen. Mine shuts down Rikimaru. I've said that so many times. Junker Queen does not have to sustain to stay up anymore, and now it is murder all she wrote. Paco is going to be free fire and rail gunning, and good night. Joe takes a leap off the cliff, and we are going to have, I think we can get one more touch. Lardle is going to be up in time, but it's going to be a very, very scary fight. All they're going to have is overclock.
Man, and that last fight was a tragedy here. I think they're pushing in, and honestly, it's not looking like Santa Barbara
Nah, he's
can
dead.
walk out of their spawn. 92,
Overclock
93.
is going to actually find an initial pick for Santa Barbara. Ricky Maru once again dead on arrival. Joe is in the midst of things, getting the beat blown out by Element Beast. Jack Felix 12 HP. Can he sustain on the point? Not going to touch. And that is going to be first map on over to San Diego.
I mean, let's see the play of the game here. Honestly, I think Paco got a couple of good shots here. Maybe it's him. Maybe it's a Sojourn.
Nah.
Ooh, support play of the game? Broken roll.
He was shutting down Genji quite a couple
Let's check
times.
this out. That's one.
Sitting in the lamp, sitting in the window, happy as a clam, just free-firing. Not a care in the world.
How happy is our clams? How happy is your average clam?
I think if you took every clam and averaged their happiness,
Yeah.
mine would be happier.
Really?
Mhm.
Happier than me on this cast with you?
That's up to you, bro. I don't know. My
So
fault.
not very happy.
Okay, my fault. You talk. 15 seconds, I'll be silent.
Okay, I mean, that's fine. Well, I'll get a minute to talk about San Diego's comp and Santa Barbara's comp. Junker Queen and Genji, I think that's a hot take. I don't really like that combination. I don't think the synergy's really there. Why not play Mei? You know, why not play Bastion? You know? Like, if you're going to play Genji, might as well commit to a hard dive, Jamel. Like, am I right?
Yes.
I just stared right into our flashlight. I'm blinded. I see you couldn't speak. Now I couldn't see. What sets we're gonna lose? Next?
It's like a flashbang, like
Yeah.
Cassidy's old E.
Like his. We can't talk about that.
His
No, it's been retcon. It didn't exist.
the
You know, Cass. Actually, that's a good point. You could have even played Cass there over the Genji. Honestly, I think there's options there for Rikimaru to impact the map more than just pressing Q every 2 minutes or so. You know, every minute and a half or so.
It was very hard to find value as a Genji in that composition. I think their game plan was, oh, Junker Queen's going to sit in the face of the enemy team. Someone's going to get kind of low and then calls in for the dive, right? The problem was, I think the Junker Queen just wasn't getting enough like healing sustain. They weren't finding enough value to be a threat. So they were just getting shredded down. And Frosted on the Orisa, that's such an immovable object, especially if your tank is Junker Queen. How are they going to push past that Orisa in the first place?
100%. I mean, if you're playing front to back, both ends, the Orisa has 2 abilities meant to keep her alive. Junker Queen only has the 1. And yeah, sure, it impacts your team and stuff, but that's decaying health. That's not damage reduction. That's not CC removal. Like, you are gonna get stopped by everything, and that damage sticks. It honestly does. Whereas Orisa, if I need a second, just let me.
There's a lot more room for error.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Rikimaru, same thing. Like you get the dash. He dashed in a lot. I think a lot of Genjis at higher levels tends to try and flank around first and dash back towards his team. But like he's on a timer. Like they're trying to race down.
Right. There was literally like that last fight at the end where he got his shift blocked by a Mei wall, and they couldn't find any value just because of that one thing.
Yeah.
Whereas the backline of San Diego, they had a lot more room to breathe. They had the Orisa to make up for any mistakes. It was just an easier to execute comp.
Yeah, and I think, correct me if I'm wrong, but the Mei wall and the shouts are like roughly the same cooldowns, like 14 or so seconds each. So every time Junker Queen's like, I'm ready to go, Mei's like,
no,
I'm ready to say no. Exactly. So you have to be really precise, maybe bait the wall out first before committing. But I don't think they were, I guess, like disciplined enough maybe with like Genji's probably asking for one thing and then back. Like he's like, okay, I'm ready to blade now. Can you guys go? But
it's like,
there's a wall
it's
here.
really hard to make that like duo work.
Yeah.
It's too much effort.
Yeah.
All right. So you're the coach now of Santa Barbara. You are reworking the whole team.
Okay.
What are the compositional changes you make as we jump on into hybrid?
I don't think we play Genji. I think that character is pretty hard to play. I mean, we're in Midtown here, and as we saw before, Poke reigns king on Midtown. Sigma does so much work here. Widowmaker, as we saw from Ketamine, put on an absolute clinic. I'd be excited to see more of that. Maybe some Hanzo.
Yeah, I think both those longer range characters, I could take fights.
Huh? That is a bait pick. If Santa Barbara walks out with Roadhog,
they started on the Hammond,
I'm
remember?
giving everyone 10 gifted subs in chat. There's no way Jack Felix walks out and seriously plays the Australian Pigman. I'm anticipating switches right now. I see a Torb.
Torb
Maybe
attack
stick with that.
Does
I think that's
he
a
has a
mishmash
win
of lot of
condition.
stuff.
If Torb gets ult, he can ult the point, and then you stand on the ult, and they can't contest you. So it's actually rock solid of a plan.
Rock solid. Wrong game, my friend. I think, you know, if you're looking for some staunchness, you probably just go Orisa, maybe
They're
Mirror.
running it.
Yeah. No. You know what? Mid-season patch hasn't come.
They're running the exact same comp still. So
okay,
they're saying, you know what?
They're practiced. They feel comfortable on this. I think Rikimaru has more space to breathe, to be fair, on something like Midtown. He can kind of like sling around the side and the left and right, maybe look for some picks on the hit scan that are popular. But Zinnia is his #1 target.
That is 100% true. We need to shut down the value from Zinnia, who's playing on this high ground here.
This gives me anxiety. Just this sight line right here.
Yeah, he's already got a feeling about it. You can see Lardo.
They're looking for him, though. I mean, you see Lucio, Genji.
Yeah.
Saying, where is that Widowmaker? Ooh, Alari with kind of a greedy spot here, but he sees the rest of the map.
Jack Felix is going to jump on. Wants to hit onto the point, but they have to wait up for a little bit of heals. Lego Dude is getting a little too low to sustain the fight, and they're going to be met with a rock to
Jack
the face.
wants to shift in. You can see it, but his Kiriko is dead. Now he's in there alone.
It's a very, very bad scenario. Normally here, I'd say you just want to S-key fall back, but instead they're going to get taken out of
I've
the
never
fight.
seen 4 people in this room before in my life.
You know, Junker Queen, Brawl, Rushdown, they got to stick together no matter
I like
what.
the steps. No, you're right. Like, they got the room. They minimized as much hooks as they could. They're going to stabilize and bust through that door. But, man, walking through these chokes against Sigma sometimes feel like literally slamming your head against a rock.
Yeah, there's just so much staying power with these cons, and that's kind of a reoccurring theme with Frost. That they're able to make space. They are a consistent threat, which is kind of the stuff you want Junker Queen to be doing.
Yeah.
But the problem is they're playing not the optimal character, right? And although you do have the comfort, you do have to try and work 2 times as hard versus
Yeah,
a
I mean, we
Sigma.
look at these ult charges, and he's only 45 to Blade. Like, it's going to take him a while to get up here, and that's half the clock.
We already have Graphitic Flux on for San Diego as well. There's another charge coming through main. Gonna get people divided on up. Frosted is just super
I
excited.
hear the universe
to
coming, Jamel. Here it is. 5 people. He hits the wave. Is it coming? Big rock. Oh,
see, now you
he's
hyped
waiting
it
for
up,
them to
they're
come
not
out.
gonna do it.
Here it is. Here it is.
They
I'm
are
calling.
gonna be watching, waiting. Mine is
Patient.
gonna be...
Jack is like, guys, hold up. All right, can we go on my shot this time? Right?
They
have
are gonna have
Kiriko-
Kitsune.
Kiriko
I
up,
think
Kiriko
that's what
up.
they're looking for. They're waiting for a good cooldown, and they're gonna jump on through.
Here it is, the
But
universe!
Graphitic Flux finds 3, slams to the ground, and we're gonna shut down
to him.
these
It
2
sinks
people.
to him. He
Ricky
hears-
Maru is trying to dance with the devil that is Frosted while the front line is taken away, and only one ult
Oh,
top.
Kiriko! I thought he would kill him.
That's me.
I would hit the head.
That's yeah. Me personally.
All right, Ricky Maru, 69% with a minute and 30 left on the clock. He's going to get 1 chance here with Blade in a minute. No nano, but he has both support ults, maybe a beat Blade,
Look at how
something
far
super,
San Diego.
super crazy.
Yeah, they're super willing to just go toe to toe. They have 3 ults. It feels like Santa Barbara. They're gonna try to find some tempo here. They're gonna go forward.
the sun!
Mental Beast face the
Oh
sun.
my!
Knock Lardo right out the sky, and now the rest of the front line. It feels like these supports are doing more than enough.
Bro, it's
the work at the
toasty in
DPS.
here. Jesus. I mean, just look at, like, how are you going to get to them? You're
All
going
right,
to get to
but-
Alari over there, Widow over there with that comp.
We are going to see the blade of Ricky Maru come through. No ults to stop him. It is all in the cards of Santa Barbara right now.
He
This
needs
is with
to get this Widow off that sight line. Zinnia is just playing so brazen, walking into the face to take these pot shots before backing out. He is playing with utter confidence.
Absolutely. I want to see if Santa Barbara try to bait out this, the invulnerability field before they burn this
That'd be a
blade.
great
And
idea.
try to just find something.
94.
Yeah, we're almost at the blade.
Nice
We're
on.
getting there. The ship should be off
He's
cooldown by
already
the time
looking
they
to the
build
position.
blade.
He knows to wait.
Yeah, we broke the
Pylon's
pylon.
down. Oh, Jack
Jack
Felix!
Felix is going to die off screen.
You know what? I saw his health bar drop 300
It's
points.
blade
I'm pretty
time.
sure Zinnia just...
Let's give him a moment of time. Oh! The invulnerability matrix is gone.
10
It's time.
seconds. No, they won't have time to wait for Jack Felix to get back.
He's going to have to
Someone's
just
gonna have to
hero
touch.
blade.
Ricky Maru, this is your chance to clutch up.
It's 1v5. This is where the domain expansion
I've seen
pops, and then he
I've
doesn't
seen it
have
happen.
shift off cooldown, and he's not going to blade the entire attack out.
You know, that doesn't feel too good if you're Santa Barbara, I think.
Nah, I'd win.
You know, not all of us can be as strong as Satoru Gojo. Like, UCSD really put their mark on this map. They said, we have 4 players here that can play Hitscan. You have Genji in a dream. And, like,
It's a
even
dream
if he's an
scenario.
Overwatch level Genji, it'd be really difficult just to, like, there's 8 million people, like, shooting at you, all these off angles. You can't deflect every bullet. And, like, every second you're wasting, like, inching up the map. Zinnia's praying for someone else on your team to just overstep a little bit. There's a lot of things that can go wrong.
It just feels like there's not enough innate synergies with these compositions for Santa Barbara to really find value, right? I like this. I like this a lot.
I
Because
see
this
Joker,
back
I do not like this.
Look, every once in a while, you just got to say, like, all right, guys, for this half, just party, do whatever you want, get the Twitter clips going. But for Santa Barbara
the
here,
echo.
we actually have, I think, a very, very, very strong chance.
Wait,
of
Barbara has a
hold.
great comp here. They didn't play that
Yeah,
on
this is
Nadia.
perfect. We have Baptiste, we have
Oh, she said
Alari.
that.
That unit alone does so much value. SD is saying, we're going to do your comp better.
Yes, they're saying, hey, we're actually going to dive and show you how you're supposed to deal with hit scans that are like off in these corners, backed up against the wall.
This is like when you're in ranked and then someone says, y'all need to switch after dumpstering your team 3 times.
It's me, I'm the
They're like,
teammate
this is
telling
what
you to
y'all going to
switch.
do.
Oh, Ana. I haven't seen Ana in a while.
This is... No, I love
They're looking
both
for
these comps,
Nano
actually.
Doom. They're looking for Copy, EMP. These are game, fight, winning ults from UCEI. Every single one of these is so high impact. Maybe not Meteor Strike, but like everything else by itself wins the fight. They're not looking for blades. They're looking for raw damage.
Unlucky, really. I don't think they
Oh.
expected the Doom start. They were playing for a nice little front to back. Instead,
Oh.
Frosted is taking out the back line.
And they say it's over. I think he's up there punching Baptiste out, hit him with the wave, finishing up Joe here.
Joe is... Wait, hold on. They picked up 2, and we are going to see the tank
Get
of
the hell
Sunriver
back,
actually fall back down. 1 tick is all it takes. Lardle in the 1v1 of their lifetime. They're going to be dancing around, trying to juke these punches back and forth. Now this is what it's all about. Dancing on the...
Oh!
No, never mind. That was pretty cool, though.
You know, I think it's over in 3 seconds or so. Everyone in the SD felt like they got their one. Happy for them.
It is what it
It
is.
is what it is.
San Diego take Midtown. And that's going to be another 2-0 for us today.
Yeah, I mean, San Diego, I think we're powerhouses here. They really marched in, said, we're not dropping the map. We're not worried.
Another support play of the game as well.
You know what? Maybe that says something about the strong character.
Now, support got
my.
nerfed, bro. It is such a weak class now.
No, it was across the map. We can mark those if
You know, you have to aim
I
on
would
a
have.
large.
I would have.
That is true.
Just one of these.
So that is going to be another 2-0. We are going to see San Diego moving on to round 2 semifinals. I think next game is actually going to be a UCI match.
Yes, they play the winner of Santa Cruz versus Davis. So, I mean, I know who I want to win.
Davis.
Davis, definitely Davis. We talked a little bit about their mascot. I feel like
They're the Aggies, by the way. I've
we
been
were wrong.
thoroughly
We were
told,
wrong
corrected.
all day.
What's up?
What's an Aggie?
It's the whatchamacallit,
It's a horse.
Right?
Can't trust them.
Mustang.
Can't trust them. Can't trust them. You know, horses can only see to their sides. They can't see in front of them.
It's a lot like life, you know. If you're just powered
Oh wait,
as a horse.
no, it's the other way around. No, it is.
No, it's because horse are prey animals, so they have the eyes to like. It's like FOV Quake Pro on Minecraft, and then you have the zoomed in one, so it's like easier.
Okay. All right. Well, I learned something new in cast today. So if the rest of the cast wasn't entertaining, at the very least, you walked away with some cool horse knowledge from Jamal.
Okay. We are going to be going on to a break real quick. Don't go anywhere. We have an exciting match at 8 p.m. It is going to be UCI playing for once. So we'll see you then. Don't go anywhere.
Bye, folks.
Welcome back to semifinals for the University of California Esports Invitational presented by Xfinity, and we are once again back. I'm your host, Jamel Aspin Hopkins, joined by my co-caster, Ron
Renanthra Lee.
That's you.
That's me. And we're casting a game from our own school, our own team. Isn't that exciting?
Exactly. No caster bias, nothing like that.
Oh, I'm gonna tell you like it is.
Gotta lie.
Oh, okay. Our team is good, but if they mess up, I'll be equally punishing. That's my job.
We are getting all the teams ready to go. We have an exciting matchup here. We are going to be starting on Ilios this time around, so no Busan first map. What do we like to see on this map here? What should we be expecting?
Blue skies, beautiful lighthouse. Mm-hmm. Are you talking about the comps?
Nah.
No, I think Sigma you can play here across the board.
Mm-hmm.
I think Dive here is pretty good too. Brawl is okay at some points. You could probably play anything on Ilios.
Really?
Just depends on the subsection. Okay. I think like Orisa, Sig, Ball really good on Well. I think on Lighthouse you can play some Brawl, tight near corridors. Doomfist can knock him off. Good stuff there.
Mm-hmm.
And I think like Pocom's reign supreme on Ruins, but you could technically force a last touch Brawl or something. So
we
there's
can
room
see
for innovation.
Okay, I'm excited to see some innovation from these two teams. It is going to be Davis versus UCI. I think we are jumping right on in, so it is going to be Ruins to start us off. And you were talking about the Wrecking Ball, and Rhino has it right there.
Yeah, we got Winton one time. Oh, no. KO on the Junker Queen.
Too much overlap right there.
I mean, We see Junker Queen, Genji again. We just casted the last
Wait
match
a
with this.
minute.
I think a little bit of deja vu kicking in.
Maybe we're the ones that are behind with the times. Maybe this is just the secret sauce. We already see a very fast rollout, and it is going to be the Junker Queen versus the Wrecking Ball.
Yeah, we're going pathing left side here. Controlling that Mega is pretty good for us since UCEI wants to corral them, take space, and initiate a dive. But Rhino sneaking over here. Can he knock someone off?
He's going to go for it. Not able to finish it off, but that's still a very low HP one up with no shift left to get them out of the
Davis hitting
action.
the go button, looking for something here, but Rhino's
He's waffling
maybe
around.
find someone off by themselves, initiate a slam. He's forcing the point. They have to drop, and I think he's got all the space in the world right now. Big slam.
He's doing a very good job of staying alive, not taking too much poke damage, and he's able to run away with that, but Sai is going to get picked off. This Kitsune is deadly. Isaac Pants picks up
I
two.
don't know.
X-Cow gets shut down, and that's actually going to be a really somewhat uneventful fight, I would say. Davis just cleans them up.
I mean, I think UCI, like, Rhino was here with posturing, waiting around for a slam, but he was waiting for a Tracer that never appeared because he got picked. And, you know, this is a little skirmish breaking out here. Rhino's touching, forcing. Maybe something will happen.
Is going to come back to the fight early. They're almost able to flip, and it looks like KO's getting a run for their money. They're getting really low. They're actually getting dropped out of the sky. Sai as well comes back really, really fast. Retake tempo, and that's just oh my goodness. The cleanse is going to get dropped. So UCEI's comp, I was actually not expecting them to be able to retake that quickly. I don't think Davis was expecting that either. They're going to be switching off.
Oh, they mirrored over here to double dive, which is interesting. I think Junker Queen actually countered the comp pretty well. Surprised to see KO jump off it so quickly after just one retake. Yeah. But maybe they're trying to up the pace and dive something here. It's just Ash is very vulnerable.
Oh, but that cleanse getting burnt a little early. Wanab is going to be the first to meet their maker. Not before the E is going to shut down Otters. And right now, Sai and Rhino are working at this unit to kind of try and focus down targets, but the back line of UCI is starting to suffer from that. We already see Xcal getting knocked out, and right here we got the mines to try and stop for the point. Rhino is sitting happy as can be. They got tons of HP and a lot of sustain, but they are just playing to keep the ticks going for UCI. We are going to see UCI slowly start to come back. Post bomb shuts down Isaac Pants, a little martyrdom, and now KO half HP. He needs a little bit more help to get those shields back up, but they're going to be sitting the bubble nice and pretty. Blue Fire.
Happy about that as UCI.
Yeah,
I feel like you got some good progress. We're only down one person, and they're going to have to reset for Rhino here, but I think we saw glimpses of brilliance there. Sai's just really struggling to stay alive.
Yeah, with extension, the Lucio B is going to keep Davis alive, but the Nano on light. Fight for his life, and this thing is going to force the Primal versus an Ana. They are doing their best in this back line. Otters is trying to keep the rally up. They're going to start to fall, and that's going to be a bit of a stagger, but there's still another fight going on.
Yeah, I mean, Axel finally has his blob. We can anchor point with that when we come back, and I think the rest of the team's trying to get their bearings a little bit. Wannabe is just killing our backline over and over again.
That's a smart name.
Wannabe's pretty good. Blue Fire 33.
That's even better.
Yeah, actually, no, the best name in the lobby, I think.
Bob is going to be a bit of a tempo setter. Rhino. Yeah, Rhino.
Bob do something.
Gonna try and find mines. All right, this is the classic. Look at me. I'm the ball. You want to try and do some damage, but
Rhino's very happy to get a free cap.
Yeah, you're gonna get a free cap. The Blaze gonna shut down Light, and Blue Fire picking up 2 with the Blade. Wannabe finishing off as well, and this dive comp did exactly what they wanted to do. They dove the point. They are gonna lose the point for a little bit, but Rhino.
This is so good. Rhino with that back cap. Even with the Blade taking 2, it's a messy fight from UCD and UCI. Rhino killing 3 there.
Yeah, and he's gonna just let him recap for a little bit. This purple Wannabe. Oh, the mines. Rhino's though very, very dangerously low. He's gonna have to find some help from Safe Haven. It's gonna be Sai contesting Wannabe. 1v1 is a Sentry Pulse Bomb being looked for by Wannabe. He's gonna find it on the Rhino, but that is a big beefy target that's not gonna get burnt by a single Pulse Bomb. Looking at the ult, Isaac Pants wants to build up Kitsune, but Ekao, now he's gonna be on the solo heals for a little bit. And I think Davis really wanted to hold on to that point and try to get it to 99, but there's not enough players.
The coffee's coming. Oh, this is big for UCI winning this fight with Kiriko ult coming and Coffee, 2 major game fight winning ults. And UCD running low on the tank with their own Kiriko ult. I think this is UCI favorite.
Yeah, this is a lot of ground to recover with just the Kitsune rush, but they're going to make it happen anyway. Clan's getting burnt early, and KO eating a purple and not going to be able to find hold out value. And that's 2 dive tanks, not a fun support. Playing time is Ekal is just going to get ran down.
Winton zap.
Winton shift. This is
slow and steady cleanup there.
there's not much left.
There's
for
not
it.
much you can do here.
Yeah. And I want to talk about really quickly, Davis, like full on won a fight. They bladed, both their DPS were able to pick up 3 initially on that, like towards the later half of the Ruins fight, and Rhino just went to point and cap.
Yeah, he
and
says, you guys can kill my team. It doesn't matter if you don't get progress.
You
and then
can't
as
remove
they
me.
steadily one by one came to contest them, they
Exactly.
lost over and over.
There
Yeah.
needed to be a much more concentrated effort to remove that ball from the point that we
That was
just
an MVP play by Rhino. Had he not done that, I think the point would have went to UCD's favor for
exactly.
sure.
Looking at the compositions, I don't know.
I think we're staying here. The big key to UCI's victory last round is also Sai was on Tracer originally, but he switched with Xcal partway through, so it ended up with Xcal being on Tracer and Sai on Echo.
Oh, good to know.
I think this permutation probably leads more to our comfort.
No, Michael's coming out. You know what? I'm not playing Ashe anymore. I'm going on the Cassidy, guys.
All this space.
I'm gonna just aim.
Pokey pokey. Okie dokie. Looking for a slam?
A lot more aggressive initially, bro. Oh my goodness, like gave me a spin around run for my
eval?
money.
Gets away with his life. Xcal. Wow, we got a lot of cows in the chat.
It's California.
California, you got Xcal, Ecal. But Wannabe's over here, poking in the back, looking for value. Wow, his team reset.
Xcal standing where he needs to stand. As
Yeah, flaming light with his gun there. Like, what are you doing there, buddy?
Yeah, he's chilling in the action. He wants to be there first hand.
So why aren't you peeling for me, the real carry?
I
was
know.
just getting away for so much for free here.
Yeah,
Rolling
I feel like
around
they just
on the-
don't have enough tools to deal with it right now. Since they're such a dive comp, their goal is to just ignore ball, run on through. But Rhino's doing a very good job of, as a dive character, keeping the attention of everyone, not just the back line. And it's really, really putting in value because now UCI can just free shoot. You saw Xcal was just sitting on the high ground here. The KO doesn't know what to do. He's trying to find value, and it looks like Xcal is going to drop off. Otters blinks away, but at this point, I'm fairly confident is going to flip to Davis, and it's going to sit for a couple seconds.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting on both sides. It's not really like an easy dive target either way. UCD doesn't have CC, but that's fine if they can commit hard and actually pick up someone on our backline or maybe the echo even. It happened to work for them in that fight. And
Those
I
are
think
some nice picks, though, for Davis.
Yeah,
They're gonna
totally. We need a comeback. We need a reset. I think we have mines, and we're looking for a point force.
We have Davis with a pulse bomb as well. I feel like Wannabe is going to be trying to just look for an early pick in some window where Cleanse is down, Blink is down. We don't have a Deep to really deal with that just yet either. I think, though, Davis, they're going to be just posturing really
Wannabe is
aggressively
just
here.
really sneaky here. He's biding his time. He's not rushing up balls. He's waiting for someone to oversend just a little bit. Here's his chance.
Kitsune rush from Isaac Pants. The Cleanse is gone. This is the window as good as any, and Otters is flying through the sky.
He beats straight into this guy. Yeah, we're looking for Lucio around the point.
Oh, and the
mine
mines.
to set
Very
the
scary.
stage.
We're using the bomb to do some mine clear. Some mine sweeping. The 2 DPS from UCI are going to be picking it apart, but Blue Fire fires on back. That point is going to put the UCI, and Rhino is trying to punish Blue Fire. Deflect does not come up quite in time, and now we have the rest of Davis falling, and they're going to have to hit the reset button.
Very good.
once again.
I don't honestly think Rhino's died yet. Maybe a single time on this map, but he's just a constant nuisance, a thorn in their side, rolling around over and over, and you can get to know those Wrecking Ball voice lines with the robotic voice. So tilting. And you hear that over and over again as the game slammed. I am not happy.
He's doing a very good job of what
Look
my
at his
rank
little
people
crouch
also do. They just
X's
play.
gonna pulse someone in a second. He's looking for it. He slammed pulse.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's going to be on to
There it is.
Ecal saying, I'm the better cow bear. And now we have the coffee side trying to build a primal as fast as he can. He's really making Blue Fire run for his money. And we don't have a whole lot of time to reset if this fight goes south too. You can already see David's like, all right, guys, stay in spawn. Wait a second. We'll get next fight. But KO. He's the alpha primal mate on top.
One fight territory here, Jamal.
We are getting in a very dangerous scenario here.
We have
Davis
Booster Blade.
cannot answer
Both
Rhino. They are going to have to find some sort of value, but Ecal is getting dangerously low. Rhino's going to have to shift away and burn a crown. This is a window, but it doesn't find Rhino's death. Instead, Blue Fire shuts down Light. And he's going to be able to pick up 2. This is the fight they were looking for.
A couple of DPS ults, UCI not going crazy here, not losing their minds, holding the ult for retake. They said, you know what, that's fine. You use Blade, you use Pulse. we have everything in the tank we need to win this. We should execute right to get maybe a chance and a half.
And we're seeing a lot of Rhino, but I really want to focus on how the rest of the subunits of UCI are playing. They're very, very disciplined, and they're trying to find these windows. We're going to see the Kitsune to start us off here. The beat is dropped, and now we have a whole lot of shields to work with. UCI is going to try and find some value onto the Kitsune. We do have mines once again. This is like the third or fourth time we've had to deal with mines on the point. Not a good way to clear it, and they're going to have to allow the flip. Who is going to be the one to touch? It's going to be KO. That's going to be picking up 2 in the back line. A 1v1 of the century. The little pea shooter of a gun between Rhino and Tracer. Poking back and forth.
XCal just pestering them over and over again. Rhino keeping it down. Who's going to touch?
It's going to be the... it's actually... it's going to be
flipped?
Isaac. Wait, they flip! That's crazy.
There's a lot of pressure for both. I think both Tracers here are the linchpins of winning this game. Wannabe's doing a really good job of marking Rhino because he just can't run around for free. That pulse is going to be massive.
Both pulses are going to come up empty, but Rhino, for the first time I've seen him below 200 HP. How long will it last? Not long enough. It's dead on point. 3 people are just dead. And now we got Primal Winton. Full on rage. We also have the copy from Sai as well. He's going to finish off EatCal, and he's going to have a copy.
Yeah,
in the
with a
back
couple
pocket.
of ults to spare. There's the copy. We have Kitsune coming in.
This is my favorite part. It's where the 2 monkeys.
Zap, zap, zap.
They sit and hold left click, and they jump around. But
that's it.
Davis is going to fall to UC Irvine, taking first map in a very, very exciting way.
I love watching Winston play. It's even more fun watching an Echo play Winston because they're not like as proficient at the character. They're just kind of like,
all right, guys.
Yeah, ooga booga. He's like, this is what Winston players do. He's like, I can do it too.
I've seen one time an Echo copy a Brig and just fall flat in the water. They have no idea what to do.
He's like, oh, I can't fly anymore? That's what happened? Oh, Rhino played the game. This is well deserved. I think Rhino was the MVP of this match.
We did get a lot of action from him. He was doing a very good job just playing his life.
APM incredibly high. His active like uptime. Pretty much the whole map.
He was getting mines very, very consistently. It felt like every time point got flipped, we had an answer with mines right back. And that's... How do you contest that with that sort of dive composition? There's one that clears
There is nothing that can touch that without that. You kind of have to wait it out or find an angle to pepper it down.
Right.
But, like, you don't want to be doing that on a dive tank. You don't have time to be wasting
Yeah, if you're sitting there shooting mines, you're getting Rhino in your backline once again.
I think that's a compositional difference. I think if you're playing against the Wrecking Ball, you can't be, like... There has to be one member of your team with maybe some sort of utility or CC to kind of keep them at bay. I would have liked to see like maybe a Soldier pepper him down from range or something, or Cassidy, or even a Sombra. You can still play dive, but at least hack the ball.
Right.
Yeah. It was pretty traditional to play Tracer Genji, but this is Overwatch 2. This isn't Overwatch 1 anymore. All the supports in the backline have so many tools to keep themselves alive nowadays.
It is very, very difficult. Would you say that... we're jumping on to the next point. We're going to be... hybrid again. Do you think we'll see the same sort of composition? It depends on the map, right? If we're going to see ball again, if they have to really
so what
deal
did
with
what are the maps we saw today? We saw Midtown twice.
We saw Midtown,
I'm pretty sure.
lot.
Yeah, and if I'm looking at UCI and I'm like, okay, they're playing Wrecking Ball, I might consider something like King's Row. You know, get them off the dive.
Our favorite map to play as UCI.
Yeah, our favorite map to play. And Kings is interesting because you can still play Sig there. I think a lot of teams are realizing the strength of holding high grounds and like shooting down the point. It's pretty hard to, as a defending team, leave that and feel good about it because you're ostracized from the fight no matter which way you go. If you go inside, you're stuck in that side room. If you're going hotel, well, that doesn't feel good to be in hotel. It's like a death box.
I'm getting the magic... men talking in my ear. We're going to be seeing
Numbani?
Numbani next.
Numbani? So dive again.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think we'll see a run back. And honestly, it wasn't like that one-sided. You know, you said we won in the end, but like
there was a back and forth.
Really back and forth. The first one was 199. I think the second one was like 180 something or maybe 90 something.
Yeah. On Ruins, I have to say I feel like Rhino really did like that masterclass. I'm just like, I'm going to wait till y'all finish that fight and I'm going to cap the point. On the second point, it felt a lot more like we are just compositionally better than you right now. We're going to keep pressing this advantage because Winston just didn't have the same survivability as the Wrecking Ball does.
And the bubble's useful for like the committed fights for your flankers to play on top of.
Who are you going to commit to?
But yeah, it's not like anyone can 1v1 Wrecking Ball. Like if you send the Tracer to mark the Wrecking Ball, okay, well, that's like a huge chunk of your damage just permanently being sidelined in like
we saw no
like
post-bomb plays versus anyone else besides Rhino. And Rhino press shift.
Yeah, and like if he's not slamming in like arrogant ways or maybe a little too early, he can just continue to roll around and swing, and it's not like it's a very long cooldown. I think it's like a 6-second cooldown off latch.
Yeah.
And the E buys you totally enough time. The adaptations I would like to see is maybe 1 or 2 poke characters or a backliner that doesn't mind spending some prolonged time with ball, like something like Baptiste. Like ball.
I was about to
through,
say,
but it's fine. Baptiste's like, I got a 2nd life bar, I have
right,
a 3rd life bar, and if I have another support, I should be good to go.
Yeah, a lot of damage, a lot of poke, and then able to just stay, like, staying power.
And if Tracer's marking him and he actually shows up on top of the BAP, like they could, it's deceptive how much damage BAP can do with the Tracer. Like he'll melt.
Tracer will,
get
melted. They're just 150.
So that was an option. I think it always was. And Baptiste is a good map even on Ilios there for Lighthouse. You can play on the high ground, watch the map as it comes, bait the ball's attention, and feel good about it. So
it's Overwatch. We need to be switching characters. We can't be sticking on the same thing.
No, this is a MOBA. Overwatch is a MOBA now. You lock in the star and you're not allowed to switch.
That's true.
They didn't get the memo.
They're countering me. We just need to play harder.
Yeah, no, we're cheating, actually. We swapped our characters around. So that was a dishonorable victory.
I love those posts.
I think I have to have a talk with our coach, breaking the rules like that. Yeah.
It's gentleman's agreement.
Did you know there was an arcade mode back in the day called Mobile Watch where that actually was the rule set?
Oh, you just lock in forever?
Yeah, and then like you stuck. But you don't get a preview of the enemy teams. So there's no
like blind pick.
counter swapping or anything. Yeah.
That's actually funny.
Yeah. I enjoyed it for what it was at the time. But now we're back on Nambani.
Alright.
I love the city.
I love this map. It honestly feels very fun because if you're playing ranked, you just stand where you're supposed to and no one else does.
The verticality can be quite oppressive if you don't like dislodge somebody. And the coordination it takes oftentimes is from the attacking's perspective more difficult. Defenders, you set up the good sides, you have nice LOS. The attackers, they either walk underneath you on the street and it feels bad. They might go under, but that doesn't always feel great.
Oh my god, it's so... they're just making noise in there.
What are you talking about up there? Oh, meeting.
It's not for us to know.
Oh. Blue Fire, he's thinking things. He's looking at the Life Weaver saying, alright, I need you to pull me here. Lift me here. I got the yang. It's like, if you don't listen, we can put in Blue Fire 34. There's 32 of you before us.
We're going to start off with the dive. We have Winston, KO championing it once again. A bit of a different tempo from UCEI. We see the Sigma playing up there, actually. Okay, he's telling you to sit down.
Oh, and side headshot him. Oh, my. This is a good start for UCEI. If you're the Anteaters, you feel good about this right now. KO playing slow, posturing, waiting for his soldier to come back. This is, I think, a difficult pick. The range isn't great for soldier. The angle from below isn't great. You can... kind of play in the sides a little bit more self-reliably, but even then, I don't think you're scaring anyone.
Yeah, you have no way to get up on the high ground in a efficient amount of time.
Yeah, I think he's playing for pressure more so than actual kills here. They're waiting for a good dive off of KO or maybe Echo's sticky bombs.
Yeah. We already have Wannabe on the Echo in the back line. It's a little subunit of DPS trying to... Oh, actually, we got Alari as well. This is something that UCEI are going to have to start dealing with. Otters is trying to stay up on the high ground with the rest of the team, but it looks like Sigma did fall off. XCal is shooting Hollow for free, or Moonglow, sorry.
Well, someone will hit something eventually.
It's Hanzo, you're not really aiming.
It's a local-based character, actually. He didn't spec into that stat.
Yeah, you're waiting for the die to hit, essentially.
Yeah, exactly.
It's
he
like
rolled a 1. It wasn't great. I'm just happy nothing worse happened. Oh, we have the Reaper? This is very, very interesting. KO's not in for a good time, I think.
I think they're just saying, we're going to shut down the one person that can dictate the tempo on your team because...
Oh my god, he's already half.
We have Gravitic Flux, and we have a lot of people with the edge map here. I'd be a little scared being up against Rhino here.
Honestly, pretend you're UCD here and you're leaping into UCI's team. You do not feel good getting grouped back, rocked back. Otters can shoot you. He does not mind sitting in there.
But guys, I don't have hit scan. My Echo Pick's good here.
Well, they do have a Nano, though. And a Captain
Okay, wait a minute. They're telling us to shut up. We're going to start this fight out with a monkey dying in the back line.
I said, actually, keep going. We're chilling. We're doing well.
Reviving. Wanna be good.
Rhino's pushing. He's taking care of the flank. Man, that was... honestly, that feels kind of bad if you're UCD. Nanoing the Winston and using the Captain Sun. Support ultras amongst the strongest of the game, if not the strongest in my opinion. And blowing 2 there are not even like getting a tick or much for your value.
We did get Rhino ult out of the way. Gravitic Flux is not on the table, and Davis are going to have to copy.
2 ults for 1 and you lose. Like I'm not a mathematician, but I think that's bad trade.
We are going to have Primal coming up very soon. KO, you need to live to get it off. We can see him sitting the...
See, he's not taking the health back here, so you can build the Nano quicker for the Ana. trying to farm it. Already at 30.
And now
He's taking poke on purpose.
He is waiting.
He's like, shoot me, shoot me. I'm Winton. Aren't I annoying? Aren't I such a big body?
He jumps right into the Reaper and the rock.
Maybe bit off a little more than he could chew there, I think.
Yeah. We're going to go a quick reset, and that's going to be 1 minute left on the clock. That's roughly 2 fights if they play it properly. I felt the beginning of that fight for Davis just felt bad just because KO, he got chunked out in the beginning, then had to sit there and wait for the heals to come through.
Yeah, I mean, Dive is pretty fast. Maybe if they can do a quick one here, they might get 2 fights.
But look
like
at the rotation from UCEI. They're already playing up here, just making sure KO has to fight for every piece
little inch.
of
If they can
land.
push Primal early, that's a W, because then you can beat to return, and it's
45 seconds. This is going to be the last fight.
Oh, honestly, UCD is coming up to ults faster than I thought. I don't. There's a potential he can get it here.
They could look for the Nano Item to make it as well if KO doesn't need it.
Oh, here it is.
Size dropping in the middle of everything. He is so tight.
Alari and her pylon. That's a copy.
And then Copy's going to go away. Fight onto the point. KO has Primal.
One fight, 20 seconds. Can they touch inside? I think Echo has to swap.
Yeah. Maybe a Tracer pick to try and get out of spawn.
Oh, we're pushing up.
But we're just going to jump on in and prevent any attempt to come out of spawn room. And that is going to be a full hold from the side of UCI.
He's trying.
He's Primal.
He's trying.
Oh.
Oh, he touched.
No time for monkey business. We already see the Primal on Void. He is fight for his life. And now the Hack and Light is going to take out Wannabe, take out the Pylon. KO is trying to run to the Mega so he can touch it right after, but I don't think there's enough time for that full rotation.
And this is what I was talking about. Like, this backline is so irritable.
Yeah.
Like, jumping onto Lucio Baptiste probably feels the worst. Like, it might feel worse than Brig, in my opinion, because at least Brig, like, she's stuck there. But
yeah,
Lucio,
she can't
like,
move as
he's
quickly.
like, you're out, and so am I. Right? And then when your jump comes back up, well, so is Mew. So just ping-ponging back and forth, up and under. I think if you really want to dislodge them there in the high ground and the dive isn't working, you might as well go under with a brawl comp or something, force point.
Exactly.
Like, even then that feels bad because there's a lot of hits getting at the high ground, but at least it's just Bap. It's not Bap Alari. It's not Bap Ana. You know, it's not Bap Kiriko. At least Lucio kind of has to feel worse about that decision. But he's very happy for you to jump in his face all the time and kind of skirt away when there's danger.
Yeah. Looks like UCI going to be ready.
Oh, no.
What?
Is Wannabe going to do it?
Oh, the junk.
Oh. Oh.
I actually think this is a very smart. Never mind.
Aw.
I was gonna say it.
I liked it. I liked it. You know, funnel them through.
If there was a time for cheese, it'd be now.
Yeah, like, I think you got to pull something out. The Bastion would be great on the defensive side. But with one tick, UCI needs to get one tick.
You need characters that will just sit on that point and live.
Yeah, and if you're sitting on point and take the rest of the high ground, that feels bad too. So this is hard. I'm excited to see what UCD cooks up.
It is going to be the Sigma mirror. Who can run it better? KO taking the same aggressive position up with the rest of their team.
Marching on in.
And he's gonna
Sai feeling very confident.
They're just going to walk on through.
Yeah.
They have the Symmetra too to deal with the Sigma as well. So
are we cooking?
Literally, they're just going to walk on through and TP. Oh!
It was a bait. Oh, they broke the TP.
That was a rotation that juked me out, honestly.
Honestly.
They all went back to main, but that is going to be...
It doesn't feel great to play from down here. Like, I wonder if UCI takes the time to rotate or... No.
Let's do it again.
Very
Oh, they're going
efficient.
under now.
Straight under.
They
Not
have the
dilly-dallying
speed
main
as
at all.
well. They're going to be able to just
TP again.
jump on the point here. They're jumping. Ring around the...
Oh. Okay, okay.
This is the Overwatch that I don't ever get to see.
Okay.
I'm just not...
No, it's a bluff. They're not moving. They're staying. Oh, showing a bit. Now they're going to force play. It's one tick. Someone has to touch.
Oh, I think he wanted to jump up there with Sigma, but that rock is going to go to the face of Davis up on top here. And now the fight is starting to degrade.
Chaos
XCal finds a pick as Symmetra onto Echo, and everyone's falling left and right. This is the last chance for Davis to try and stay in it, but Light is playing dive, whether it's on Doomfist or Lucio. And that is Numbani over to UCI. Real clean 2-0.
Like, the suspense was killing me. It was like TP here, TP there, TP everywhere, and well, like, that's all we needed.
That's the
all
dream thing.
All right, Rhino, you know what? Totally deserved. I'm glad he got play of the game. Spectacular showing on ball and the Sigma here. Watching him clean up a couple of these kills. The Emperor himself.
I'm I'm gonna be honest. Kudos to our spectators for that because I was not following what was going on with those.
No,
That was like
God bless our spectators. Yeah, like if I saw a sim TP and then 0 people on the team took it, I'd be like, okay, well I'm definitely on the wrong camera at this point. So props to them, very astute. Yeah, like that was clinical. Like UCI reigning champions from last year. I don't think anyone, and this is, no bias showing.
Bro
I
thinks
think
he's still on the team.
they were cheering,
Yeah, we won last year.
it on. They were, I think most people in our stream for UCI, I probably expect UCI to be the favorites coming into here. But with that, they've cinched their spot going to top 4.
Yeah, so very excited. I don't know if we have the top 4 bracket up on our Magic monitor. That just makes Magic numbers.
No, it's well. We know UCI won last year. Last year, UCLA made it to finals. And at that point, they had Wisp playing on their team. I noticed he was missing from action today.
Oh, Magic graphic.
Oh, there it is, Magic. All right. LA versus San Diego. That's an exciting match to see. Honestly, both showings for them were pretty one-sided today. All of our
That
games
is
were pretty
true.
one-sided.
We did see
Yeah.
a bunch of 2-0s today. So
it'd be cool to see how the power rankings kind of pan out from this point. For the people watching at home, LAN finals are going to happen in January, so there's quite a bit of time for meta to develop.
Meta
how
to completely
rework is coming.
change.
Yeah, things can change. Ball might not be viable. Sigma might be viable. Supports
Like,
might get
all of our picks.
I think we need a bit of a shakeup to see an adequate shifting representative of that in the people playing. I think if it stays as is, no bias, but I think UCI is a pretty strong grip on this meta.
Me personally, I'm not biased on camera.
Oh, okay.
So I'll say there is a lot of room for upsets and shakeups, like you said. That is a lot of time too, especially in Overwatch time. A lot of things can change in the meta. So we'll see what happens. I think we are closing up for today.
Yes.
I'm waiting for they said yes. All right. So we are going to be closing out 3 2-0s from all of the teams we've seen today. Closing on
Overwatch.
Oh, what?
Overwatch 2.
Oh.
Yeah, I think it's about time. It's getting late for all of us here. I think we
You
probably
do the
should find
outro.
out. Yeah, Grandpa needs a nap. But thank you so much for tuning in to the UCEI Invitational presented by Xfinity. I've been Ronald Renathra Ali.
I'm Jamel Asprin Hopkins.
And we'll see you around.